Well, I just finished work. On my way home, thought I would do a short video on. We've been talking about harsh feelings. Well, how do you get rid of harsh feelings? I wondered this for a long time, even though it seems really obvious. Pray. Prayer is usually the answer. So if you've done everything else, like I used to work with this guy that we just did not get along. We hated each other. Got into it a couple times on a couple different job sites. I got kicked off on my birthday. And I was like, man, I should have popped that guy. Like, no, that's not the correct way to think in this situation. You shouldn't think like that. And I was like, so I quit that company. A couple years later, and I'm like, I don't want to have harsh feelings toward anybody. So how do I get over those harsh feelings? Pray for them. The more you pray for them, you've gone from hating that person or not liking that person to having a little bit of love for that person just by praying for them every day. I've had to do that a lot lately in the last couple years. People that I don't like, and somebody's dating somebody that you're close to, and instead of trying to pray that person out of their life because you don't like them, pray that they'll become a Christian. Pray that they'll be a better person. Pray that pray good things on them instead of trying to pray them out of somebody's life. I've had people try to pray people out of my life, and so I don't really agree with that. I don't believe in selfish prayer. So just because I don't like that person doesn't mean I'm gonna pray for them to be out of somebody I'm close to. Pray them out of their life. Pray good things on people. I'm not talking about wealth. I'm not talking about praying wealth on people or whatever. But don't be selfish when you pray. And if you want to get rid of harsh feelings or somebody that you just can't stand, that you hate, it took me a long time to figure out that they probably need more prayer than anybody that you know, because they're wounded from childhood, or crappy parents, or their situations in their life when they were a kid, or the situation that they're in now. You don't know what anybody's going through, so pray for them. And by doing so, that prayer ends up changing your attitude toward them. If you want to be covered and you want your prayers to have power, forgive them, let it go, and pray for them every day. It took me about a month every single day to pray for this person before I started thinking, you know what, though, if that guy was a Christian, he would probably be a really good preacher. He has some good qualities. So then I just went from hating that person to loving that person and thinking, if I would have approached that differently and prayed before interacting with that guy, things probably would have ended up way different. It would have been easier on me if my walk with God would have been better, and I would have prayed for that guy more. and prayed for, God to lead me, lead my footsteps. Instead of, stewing for almost 2 years before my patience wore out and I just exploded on the guy. I shouldn't have done that. I felt really hard that day. But I learned something. And that's all I can do, is learn to move forward. But, I don't have to like it when I fail. I just think you show a little bit more love. Christ was loving. You want to be a good Christian, show more love. You don't have to show so much hate. It's exhausting hating somebody. It's exhausting and it wastes a lot of time. That whole situation could have been better with that guy that I didn't get along with. I could have possibly witnessed to the guy instead of exploding on him, because now, if he ever sees this video or any of my videos or anything like that, he's going to be like, guy didn't seem like a Christian that day, seeing I just ruined my testimony with that guy because I blew up. That's the importance of having a good relationship with Christ, good relationship with God, and staying in prayer and staying in studying and trying to improve yourself. I messed up that day, but I guess that's all I have for today. Some videos will be long, some videos will be short, but I want to thank everybody my friends and family that have been, trying to talk me into doing something like this. And I'm just like, well, there's probably plenty of people out there who do something like this and know some of the things that I know. I know I'm not the ultimate, person with this ultimate wisdom, but I've been through a lot in my life, and if you want wisdom, you go through a lot of stuff. Experiences I've had in my life and the things I've been through, and I've been close to death many, many times, but I want to thank the people that have been pushing me to do something like this, my friends and family, because maybe I do know, even if it's just like one little thing that you didn't think of, something that I can help, one person, then yeah, that makes me feel good. So I'm sure there's a lot more I don't know. But thank you. I appreciate it. I love all of you. And I guess I will see you tomorrow. I will be talking about, maybe later tonight, I haven't decided yet, if I have the time. Talking about, my next video will be about the generations of Christ. There's a lot of things in the Bible that are there that nobody ever told me when I was a kid growing up in Christianity for 30 years now, since I was 7. 30 years of being a Christian, and I've never heard anybody talk about some of these things. They always talk about tithes and hell, and that's fine, whatever. I'm not knocking anybody. But there's a lot of things that I've learned in the last few years that people don't talk about. And I think that's a shame. So I will be talking about the generations of Christ, and it's an interesting one, so stay tuned.